The world of celebrities has always fascinated us because behind the glitz and the red carpets, there are stories of dreams, perseverance, and sometimes challenges that test the very core of who these public figures are. And when we talk about Blake Lively, who many admire for her roles in films like The Age of Adeline and Gossip Girl, as well as for her marriage to Ryan Reynolds, we also begin to see that even in Hollywood, lives that appear picture-perfect can be touched by disputes and accusations. Recently, Blake Lively has been named in legal conversations involving breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. And along with Ryan Reynolds, she faces claims of intentional interference with contractual relations and economic advantage, as well as negligent interference with prospective economic advantage. Yet while headlines highlight the conflicts, we must remember that celebrity lives are far more complex and layered than a single narrative, because for every legal dispute, there are also stories of charity work, of fans feeling inspired by their kindness, and of journeys from humble beginnings to global stardom. Blake Lively herself has built a career that transcends her acting, as she has become a fashion icon, a voice in philanthropy, and an example of resilience. And when her name appears alongside accusations, it becomes a reminder that fame does not shield anyone from the realities of life, but it also gives them a platform to rise stronger. And in many ways, her journey echoes countless other celebrities who have faced challenges and turned them into stepping stones to something greater. Think about Britney Spears, who after years of personal and legal battles reclaimed her voice and is now admired as a symbol of strength for millions, or Justin Bieber, who faced immense scrutiny growing up in the spotlight, but used music as his healing tool, transforming doubt into songs that resonated with fans across the globe, or Selena Gomez, who faced public heartbreaks, health struggles, and endless speculation, yet continues to champion mental health awareness and inspire through her artistry. Her journey, much like Blake Lively's, is proof that resilience and kindness can shine even through the toughest storms. And as we weave through these narratives, it becomes clear that celebrity lives, though magnified by cameras and gossip columns, reflect the same human struggles of love, ambition, setbacks, and comebacks, and fans connect with them not only because of the glamorous premieres or award shows, but because they too see pieces of themselves mirrored in the vulnerability and the triumphs of those who walk the red carpets. And when we consider how Blake Lively's name enters discussions of accusations and legal claims, we also remember that Hollywood has long been a place where public figures navigate the balance between career triumphs and personal trials. Yet what makes their journeys so captivating is not the conflict itself, but the resilience they show in transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. And this is where we see parallels with other icons such as Angelina Jolie, who despite facing intense media scrutiny throughout her career, has always risen above with her humanitarian work. Her efforts with the United Nations and her dedication to causes like refugee rights have made her more than a movie star. She has become a global advocate, proving that fame can be a force for good. And then we look at Jennifer Lopez, who has reinvented herself countless times, from dancer to actress to global pop icon and businesswoman. Her career is marked not by the moments of doubt or criticism she faced, but by her refusal to stop, evolving by her ability to shine brighter each time someone underestimated her. And that same determination is what connects her to modern stars like Zendaya, who from her Disney Channel beginnings has become one of the most respected actresses of her generation, balancing blockbuster roles like Spider-Man with critically acclaimed performances like in Euphoria, and at every step showing young fans that you can be graceful, bold, and authentic all at once. And in these stories, we see a pattern. Celebrities like Blake Lively, Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Lopez, and Zendaya face storms in the public eye, yet emerge stronger, reminding us that setbacks do not define them, but rather amplify their triumphs. And the beauty of these narratives is how they intertwine with fashion, philanthropy, and fan interactions. Blake Lively has long been admired for her red carpet elegance, setting trends and inspiring designers, while Angelina has chosen to use her public appearances to amplify humanitarian voices. Zendaya has collaborated with fashion houses to redefine style for a new generation, embracing diversity and inclusivity, and Jennifer Lopez continues to stun with performances that celebrate resilience and love. These connections show us that celebrity is not just about roles in films or chart-topping hits. It is about creating a legacy that inspires others to dream bigger, to fight harder, and to remain true to themselves. And as we zoom out from Hollywood to the global stage, it becomes even clearer that the power of celebrities to inspire is not confined to one country or one industry, because around the world, artists have shown the same resilience, creativity, and ability to connect with fans that Blake Lively demonstrates. In her journey, Think of Shakira, who began as a young singer in Colombia and rose to become one of the most influential Latin artists in history. Her career has been filled with reinvention, from her rock-inspired early music to her global pop hits. And her philanthropy through the Barefoot Foundation has helped countless children gain access to education, proving that her legacy is not only about catchy songs, but also about making a real difference. And then we see Bad Bunny, who shattered stereotypes in Latin music, embracing individuality and pushing boundaries while breaking records across streaming platforms. His journey resonates with fans who feel empowered to live authentically and challenge expectations, just as Zendaya redefined Hollywood standards and Blake Lively continues to shape her own narrative. And then we move to Asia, where BTS changed the music industry forever, starting from a small company in South Korea and becoming the biggest boy band in the world. Their message of self-love, resilience, and mental health awareness has touched millions across continents, showing how music can heal and inspire in a way that transcends language barriers. Similarly, Blackpink has become a global phenomenon, combining artistry, fashion, and empowerment. Their performances are not only entertaining, but also a statement that women in music can dominate global stages with style and power. And what ties all of these stories together, from Shakira and Bad Bunny to Beta and Blackpink, is the same rhythm of resilience and creativity that we see in Blake Lively, Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Lopez, and Zendaya. It is the rhythm of stars who face criticism, doubts, and setbacks, yet continue to shine brighter each time. And what makes this so meaningful for fans is not only the entertainment value, but the emotional connection. People see themselves in these stars' journeys. They draw strength from their comebacks, they celebrate their fashion statements, and they admire their charitable contributions. And when Blake Lively faces accusations or finds herself in legal disputes, her fans remember the larger picture of her career, her kindness, her elegance, and her determination to rise above. Because just like BTS preaches in their lyrics, or Shakira demonstrates through her actions, the greatest victories are often born from the hardest struggles. And as we reflect on how today's stars like Blake Lively navigate their lives under the microscope of fame, it is impossible not to look back at the legends who laid the foundation for what celebrity culture has become. Because every challenge, every comeback, and every inspiring moment today echoes the stories of icons from the past who faced their own battles and still managed to change the world forever. Michael Jackson, known as the King of Pop, transformed music, dance, and performance into something transcendent. And even though his career was not without controversies, his artistry and innovation continue to inspire countless performers. And then there was Whitney Houston, with a voice that remains unmatched. Her songs carried raw emotion that spoke to the human soul, and despite her struggles, her legacy reminds us of the beauty and vulnerability that coexist within greatness. Prince pushed boundaries in music identity and creative independence, showing that true artistry means living authentically no matter the cost. Madonna redefined reinvention, using fashion and bold performances to challenge societal norms and prove that women in pop could be powerful, fearless, and constantly evolving. Elton John, with his glittering stage presence and heartfelt ballads, showed the world how music could be both deeply personal and universally moving, while dedicating much of his life to charity work, including his foundation to fight HIV and AIDS. And Celine Dion, who rose from humble beginnings in Canada to become one of the most celebrated voices in the world, turning personal loss into songs that inspired strength. These legends all embody resilience and creativity, and they connect directly to the stories of today's celebrities who continue to walk similar paths. Blake Lively, in her own way, reflects this cycle, because even though her current headlines focus on accusations and legal disputes, her broader legacy is one of grace, artistry, and resilience. She stands alongside a lineage of celebrities who faced difficult chapters but defined their careers by what they built, not by what tried to break them. And when we compare her journey to Taylor Swift reclaiming her masters, or Beyoncé shaping entire cultural movements, or Adele turning heartbreak into timeless music, or Lady Gaga using her platform to champion kindness and acceptance, we see that the essence of celebrity is not about perfection, but about perseverance and the ability to rise again. Each of these figures, from Michael Jackson to Zendaya, from Madonna to Blake Lively, shows that fame is not just about red carpets and awards. It is about carrying a story that others can see themselves in. It is about falling and getting back up stronger. It is about turning pain into art and criticism into courage. And in this way, the past and present flow together into one unbroken chain of inspiration. And when we talk about celebrities, it is never just about the roles they play or the albums They release it is also about the way they influence culture through fashion, the way they give back to the world through charity, and the way they connect with their fans on a deeply human level. Blake Lively, for example, has long been celebrated. As a fashion icon whose red carpet appearances at the Met Gala and major film premieres set global trends, she has the ability to mix elegance with bold statements, inspiring designers and fans alike to see clothing not just as fabric, but as storytelling. And this is the same quality that makes Zendaya one of today's most important fashion voices, redefining beauty standards and representing inclusivity, while Lady Gaga has turned fashion into art, using her style to make cultural statements and connect emotionally with audiences beyond appearances. Many celebrities use their fame to shine a light on causes close to their hearts. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have donated to children's hospitals, food banks, and humanitarian organizations, showing that even in the midst of personal or professional struggles, there is always a commitment to giving back. And Angelina Jolie has dedicated years to humanitarian work, using her voice as a UN Goodwill ambassador to advocate for refugees around the world. While Elton John, through his foundation, has raised millions in the fight against HIV and AIDS, celebrities also share a special bond with their fans, a bond that is often forged in moments of vulnerability and honesty. When Justin Bieber opened up about his struggles with mental health, fans felt less alone when Selena Gomez shared her battle with lupus. Millions of young people saw strength in her courage when Taylor Swift speaks directly to her fans through heartfelt social media posts or surprise gifts. She reminds us that fame is not a wall, but a bridge, and Blake Lively, too, has a reputation for warmth and relatability in interviews and interactions, making her not only admired for her career but loved for her personality and the ability to be real with people. This interplay between fashion, charity, and fan connection shows us that celebrities are not simply distant figures on screens. They are humans who influence the way we dress, the way we give, and even the way we feel about ourselves. And when their stories include challenges like accusations or legal disputes, those moments only make their generosity and artistry shine brighter, because it is easy to celebrate someone when everything is perfect. But it is truly inspiring to see them remain committed to beauty, kindness, and connection when the spotlight is harsh and unforgiving.